right, let's break this down even further. Joining me now is Diane King-Hall, financial correspondent and host of Your Money Call podcast. We are hearing about all these strikes that are happening, but the big question for our viewers, with the people out there that are shopping and buying, how it will actually impact them. What insight do you have on that?
Well, in terms of how it could potentially impact consumers is consumers could potentially see some delays in terms of their orders. Consumers have become a little bit more used to the not necessarily a 1 to 2 day turnaround, because that started occurring at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020. Oh, by the way, this striking campaign began in 2020. So this is the 5th year in a row that we're seeing this Make Amazon Pay action occur. Now, this year it's nearly 24 countries, as you mentioned, participating, a little more than 20 countries. So this spans several continents, whether we're talking about here in the U.S., in the U.K., in India, et cetera. You are seeing more action occurring now in terms of worker activity. And workers at Amazon have been trying to unionize for years now. So this is the latest effort within that sphere. In terms of the efforts there, they now have around 80 advocacy groups and unions participating in terms of the organizing around it. And as you mentioned, they're calling for both better pay and better working conditions, among other calls.
Yeah, look, up there on the big board, I showed the national picture, but then just a second ago while you were speaking, we showed the global picture.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is it has global roots.
That's right.
But to your point, this is the 5th year running. So is it really making that big of a deal on Amazon's bottom line or not? I mean, it's got global effect here.
It doesn't appear that way, especially when you look at, for instance, share price impact, because, of course, this worker activity kicked off on Friday. Shares of Amazon rose 1% on Friday. So it didn't have a big impact there in terms of, the actual financial impact there. Now, could it potentially have further impact? We'll see, because keep in mind, Friday was a shortened trading session. Monday is a full day of trading after the holiday weekend. So if this goes on, as it is expected to go on, it could impact in terms of the actual, as we mentioned, the consumer response and consumer delay. So that could cause some frustration with consumers. So there could be some potential impact, but Amazon has been notoriously anti-union, and unionization efforts have been pushed back. Now, this does continue a pattern that we've seen in several industries in the U.S. in terms of both worker activity, calling for better pay, et cetera. The latest that we saw was the thousands upon thousands of workers, more than what we're seeing now when it comes to the Boeing strike, and that was an extensive strike. That was nearly 2 months. Now, that is a union, so they do have more power in negotiating than Amazon workers do.
Right. It feels like 2024 has been the year of the strike. I've covered so many of them. But in the end, right, you strike because you want change.
That's right.
Amazon seems unwilling to make those changes. What is it going to take for these strikers to actually get what they want?
Look, it's clear that they're going to continue this pattern. So it depends on how long they actually strike and walk off of lines. Workers don't have as much power as they did a couple years ago during the pandemic. Workers had more power. The ball was in the court of workers in terms of negotiating pay, et cetera. So there's not as much power they have. But the longer that they continue, the longer that creates some tension between workers and the company. Now, of course, you mentioned what the company's response is, which the company has said that Amazon has a good working environment. They've created more than 1 million jobs, et cetera, et cetera. So they have pushed back on this narrative, and they say that the workers are pushing a false narrative around what the working conditions are. But you can see that there will continue to be this push-pull between workers, especially when you think about the, warehouse workers, et cetera, between Amazon and the rank-and-file employees.
This holiday shopping season, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, just so huge for these, global companies, conglomerates, monopolies, if you want to call it. But I mean, is there any other options for, people out there that want to stand behind these Amazon strikers? Or perhaps maybe from a broader perspective, is there anyone else out there, competition-wise, that is making a dent on Amazon?
There's 2 other options that people can take advantage of when you think of them. Well, I'll group them in, kind of 2 categories. The secondary market, and that's a way that people can honor their wallet more this holiday season. I often like to give personal finance tips, especially when you listen to my podcast, Your Money Call. One of those is you can shop on the secondary market, and often you can find new items. I have some items in my closet with tags on it that I need to put on Poshmark, for instance. I'm not pushing that right now, but say Poshmark, eBay, et cetera. There's tons of items that you can get, and in that case, you're honoring both the workers and your wallet.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.